Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Yoga with Carly. Once again, so happy and honored to be here with you and to spend some time practicing yoga together. All right, now, big heart opener, fish pose, supported fish. That's what we're going to be getting into right now. Um, at a time where, first of all, our habits tend to keep us rounding forward. You can even see most of us have this type of posture. Overstretching the back and shoulders, really tight in the chest, rounding in the shoulders, and drooping in the head, right? Who does this all the time? And we're always like, whoop, whoop, right? This is not only something that's sort of a product of our habits, typing, driving, phoning, anything you're doing with your hands. A lot of friends that I have are artists, either on the computer or drawing or even tattooing, right? You're often curling like this. It's going to be a great counteracting posture that helps you open up. And furthermore, at a time where we tend to be very guarded with our emotions, our feelings, we tend to feel very, like we have to protect ourselves from hardship in the world. Understandably so. Our body just naturally tends to want to protect its soft spots, tenderness. So all that to say, today we're going to just spend about 5 minutes getting into a really delicious pose, supported fish, inspired by one of my teachers, Reika. Shout out Reika. We did this in class this week and it felt so good. Okay. So what do you need for this? We're going to use 2 blocks, 1, 2, and optional to grab a blanket. Okay. You may also have like a yoga bolster. If you don't have blocks, you can get creative. I'm going to show you the shape and then we can adjust as we go. Wonderful. All right. So you can start this without having moved today, just straight out of work after waking up. No need to warm up. Roughly, this is how we'll set up our blocks. So your block has 3 different heights. This is the lowest. Sometimes we'll call this 1. And this is the middle, 2. And then the tallest, 3. So we're going to use this first block on setting 3, maybe horizontal, the top of our mat. We're going to face away from that block. We're going to grab our second block on setting 2. We're going to bring it behind the back, right where you feel that sort of notch underneath your shoulder blades. So if you can see me, it'll be like right here. For my ladies, this will be where your bra strap usually sits on your back. The gentlemen, it's just about right under those big, strong shoulders. Okay. So we'll take a little bit of time setting this up. If you have a blanket you want to use under the knees, it'll probably be about here. We'll adjust as we go. Yep, something like that. So we're going to start to lay down this block again, lifting right here. You can see it's right around where my bra strap would sit on my back. Gonna first lift my hips up and lengthen my spine down toward my heels. Okay. Now from here, if you have a bun or a ponytail, ladies, right here at the back of your head, you may want to move it just to get more comfortable. We're going to slowly lay down and, I need more length. Adjust the second block. Again, there's no rush. The goal is that you want to feel like these blocks aren't rolling or tipping back and forth. They're both straight and sturdy. I'm going to tuck my blanket in a little closer to me. Yeah. And then lift my hips one more time. See what I said? This is very much counter stretching our rounded posture. Where we're hunched, we're very open here. Good. Okay. This feels pretty comfy for me. If you need, of course, you can adjust many times. Some people like to rest their hands here on the body. But to get even deeper into this pose, it's ideal that we bring our hands by our hips, resting on the knuckles. Arms don't have to stay straight and locked, right? You want to rest. So let those elbows begin to bend. And breathe. All right. For some of us, this might be a lot in our low back. 2 ways to support yourself a little more could be to step those feet in, keep the knees bent, but this tends to keep more activity in the front and back body. We really want to soften here. So you could bring the bottoms of the feet together for a butterfly pose as well. Right. For the sake of today, supported fish, I'm going to extend the legs long, blankets right under my knees. And then I'm going to imagine my body and my breath together working like a team to help me soften and melt deeper into this pose and over these blocks. Smooth inhale through the nose. And big sigh. Do that again. Big breath in. Feel the belly expand, ribs expand, even into the back, right where this block is sitting. And exhale. You can start to walk the arms a little wider, so hands lifting up toward the shoulders. Maybe you picture your body melting like an ice cube, slowly softening more and more over the block, dripping down. Continue to breathe. Make sure the inside of your thighs are softened and relaxed. The butt cheeks are softened and relaxed. Even the jaw, you'll see me opening and closing my mouth. Continue that melting through the skin on your scalp, the face, the eyelids, the eyebrows, down into the throat, chest, and collarbone. Continuing to breathe, feeling that breath rising up into the rib cage, the back of the body. Good. Now you can hang out here. If you want a little more, you can start to reach your arms up overhead and grab onto opposite elbows. Then reach the hands and elbows up overhead and let them start to sink down. You'll feel your rib cage naturally begin to open and lift. And see if you can first allow that to happen, and then with your exhales, begin to try and knit the ribs together. Just a little bit more. The pretty big chest and shoulder opener. You may feel your heartbeat change, your breath change. You may feel very vulnerable to be in this position. It may feel exciting. Just notice how you feel. And we'll slowly switch our grip to the non-dominant side. So the awkward side, the funky side. And then take those arms back up and overhead. Continue to breathe deep and free into the low belly, the chest, the back, and big exhales. One more big breath in here. And a big exhale. Let's lift the arms back up. Let them rest here on the belly. And let the knuckles fold out. Staying here for a few more breaths, just noticing any little tingles, those little micro sensations running down the arms, insides of the elbows and armpits, down to the wrists, the palms, the fingertips. Good. Now for a moment, let's gently bend the knees, step the feet in a little closer to the body. We'll lift the head to look up at the legs. Bring the hands closer to the chest. From here, lift the tailbone up off the ground and see if you can lengthen it toward the heels, elongating this low spine area. And then coming back down for just 5 more breaths. Smooth, deep inhales and exhales. Arms can again open wider if that feels better in your body. They can also stay closer, tighter along the side body. It's totally up to you. Okay, let's bend those legs one more time. Let the feet come in toward the hips. We'll slowly bring the palms back down, framing the hips as well, scooching those elbows in, lifting the head up. So look at the knees, elbows under the back, and we'll take this block out and slowly sink your whole back into the mat. Release both blocks away. You can bring the feet together here onto your blanket for a little butterfly pose. Or just enjoy that really long sensation here. Feeling the spine melts down into the mat. And slowly inhaling those arms up overhead. Take that big, long, good morning stretch. Exhale, knees to chest. You can rock a little side to side. Your low back may feel a little tender. That's okay, that's normal, as long as we don't feel pain. It's shifting a lot from what we normally hold, which is very different shape. And I know that one also causes tenderness in your body. It causes tenderness in mine. That's slouching. All right, let's come on to one side or the other. Pause for a moment in the fetal position. And then let's press back up to a seat. Supported fish. Good. Now, if you ever want to soften that pose, make it a little more gentle. Sometimes even those longer holds on the blocks can feel like a lot. Another thing you could do, again, blocks sort of sit like that. You could take a blanket or a bolster and sort of prop them like this, maybe just lowering the block along your back to a lower setting and placing a blanket over that. Get creative. Some of us also might have a yoga bolster that we can rest here. However, a certain amount of cushion and lift is going to change the shape. So try to keep that integrity from what we just did. All right, let me know how you feel in the comments. As always, thank you for your practice, your time, your energy, and your trust. It's always an honor to practice with you. All right, like, subscribe, let me know how you feel in the comments, and I will see you next time. Peace.